Hey guys, so today I thought I'd pop on and I thought it'd be fun to discuss, being self-employed. And I've had a few people ask me, how long I've been self-employed and just about my journey. And I work a few different jobs or gigs or whatever in order to stay self-employed. So I just thought it would be fun to talk about those for a little bit and as well as like share the pros and cons and whether, I think it's worth it. Just to have all these gigs just to stay self-employed. So I guess we'll just start by saying, hi, my name's Kimberly, if you haven't been to my channel yet. I just kind of share about, living the goddess life as a middle-aged woman and sharing about my passions and working is one of them, especially when you find something that you love. They say it's not really work. But I've always been a pretty good worker. I've worked for other people in the past and I've loved it. I've loved all my jobs for various reasons. One of my favorite jobs was probably being a barista at Starbucks. I mostly met my friends there and, it was just a good, fun job to have. But we're going to start with my career job, which is basically the job that I trained for. I went to school for, I became licensed in, and that is massage therapy. So I call that my main job, although now it's becoming less of a main job. I'll go into the reasons why as well. But so I started doing massage about 20 years ago, and actually maybe more than that now. So I didn't actually go to massage school until I think I was almost 30, maybe 29. Like I said, I had dreams of becoming a dancer, a musician, an artist. I was always kind of a creative child. And I guess another reason I'm sharing this too is because I will be putting in another video on this about just, don't be afraid to ever pursue your dreams. And also, I should say it's never too late to pursue your dreams. But like I said, I'm going to be making another video about that. So massage therapy was never really like the career that I thought I was ever going to have when I was a kid. I didn't even get my first massage till I was 23, and I just loved it. So I did find that, I was drawn to healing. I've always been drawn to holistic healing. I was doing yoga and I was getting very into herbal medicine, and I was just very holistic oriented. And I had a few friends that had gone to massage school, and my ex-husband at the time had said to me, and I was working at Starbucks, following my artist path, and he said, well, what do you want to do something different? Are you going to be working at Starbucks forever, chasing the artist dream? And which I don't fault anyone if they wanted to do that, but I was just I need to choose something else. And so he helped me enroll in massage school, and so massage school changed my life. It was just amazing. It was it was so transformative to my own person. And then I realized I actually had a gift for healing and for doing massage. And so yeah, one thing led to another. I became a massage therapist. I've been doing that for 20 years now. I would say that is probably my main moneymaker. So that's where we're going to start with this one. But I've been doing it 20 years. I'm 50. I just turned 50 6 months ago. And 50, you still have a lot of energy, but I used to work at spas where I would do back-to-back, 5 to 6 massages a day, and I'd be tired at the end of the day, but I had energy for it. Now it's getting through 2 or 3 a day is really challenging for me. And I do a lot of out-call massage. I have worked at spas before. So as a massage therapist, I've been self-employed for, I want to say 10 years now. Yeah, I think 2014 is when I decided to quit my last spa job. And it was scary. But, since then, I just basically, I have some clients come to my house, people that I trust, and I don't have my own studio space for massage, but I will have some people come to me, but mostly I go to other people's houses. And I was working for an app. I was working for Soothe. I'm not sure how many people are familiar with that, but I was going to people's houses, and I've since I wouldn't say quit Soothe. I'm still kind of affiliated with them, but for the most part, I just focus on my personal clients now. Mostly because I've been massaging some of these people for like many years, and I have a good relationship with them. But I'm also just getting tired, and massage doesn't light me up the same way it used to. And I find myself just not wanting to do it as much anymore. So over the past few years, I've kind of become more part-time in massage therapy. And, but you know, my bank account doesn't like that. So, and then another reason I just want to touch on this real quick is I'm a mom. I have two children. They're both older now. So I have a 16 and an 18-year-old, and they've been homeschooling since, well, pretty much since the beginning, since my older son was about, I think he was in second grade when we decided to homeschool. My youngest has never gone to like traditional school. So that was about the time when I decided that I wanted to be able to have a flexible schedule so I could just be with them and, you know, homeschool, but I also still needed to work. So I just went out on my own, slowly built up my clientele. So then this brings me to gig number 2. And this is probably my least money-making one. Actually, I don't know. Maybe not. But around the time that I turned 40, 40-ish, about the time that I wanted to, you know, slowly let go of massage, I was like, you know what? I've always dreamed of, you know, dancing. I've always loved dancing. I've been dancing my whole life since I was a kid. I've taken various forms of dance. I started, you know, doing, like, I was on the high school dance team. When I was older, I started just doing ecstatic dance and belly dance. And yeah, so I was like, you know, I really want to follow my passion of just being a dancer. But at this point, I was like, you know, maybe I'm just going to share dance, because I was a pretty good teacher. I taught kids mommy and me music classes for a few years, and I love teaching. I love sharing things that light me up. So at the time, it was like 2014, about the same time that I quit my spa job, I did a training for chakra dance. So I became a chakra dance facilitator, which is a conscious dance movement, like moving meditation using the chakra system. As you can see, I'm very passionate about the chakras. And I had also found the Goddess Life workout, or Goddess Workout, which this was my first introduction to belly dance when I was going to massage school, actually. So so I had reconnected with the Goddess Workout and also did the training to become a Goddess Workout facilitator. I'm gonna make a whole big video on this, like in its own thing, because this is my dream job, and why I don't feel like you're too late to ever start pursuing your dreams. Because like I said, I was 40, and I decided, you know what, why not? You know, I want to have something to do that, you know, fills my days and lights me up. And this is the job that I would do for free. I make very little money from doing this. I would like to make more. Everything I do right now is part-time, including dance. If I could start teaching dance classes more, and like other workshops more, that would be great. And I would love to be able to earn my living that way, but it's just like slowly getting, like, building up. I teach classes on the Goddess Life Sisterhood, which is, you know, or I was teaching classes on there. I also teach classes online. I have some workshops online that I do. I'm an aromatherapist, so I have, you know, I can teach workshops in like aromatherapy, dance, meditation, chakras, chakra healing, massage. So I have my own website, and so with my business, that is what I focus on. I focus on, you know, teaching dance and healing through all these various modalities. But I'm going to share a link or my card for my website there. But so yeah, literally, this would be like the one that I would focus on. If I could just focus on one thing and completely earn a living from it, would be that. So like I said, I would do this job for free, teaching dance, teaching classes online and in person. Um, but just because I would teach it for free doesn't mean I should, because that's no way to earn a living, right? And I've taught things for free in the past just because this, just fills me with so much passion and joy that I would love to share it free if I could, but everybody needs to make a living, right? So yeah, I guess that's the biggest con, is that I'm not very good at marketing myself. Like I've always been more creative. So in order to be, a better businesswoman, and I own my own business, but I need to just focus more on like the marketing aspect and the business aspect of that. So I guess that would be I'm not going to say it's a con, it's just a challenge. It's a learning lesson, right? So yeah, my third gig that I'm going to share about is DoorDash. And I've actually made a video about this before. I did my side hustle reveal, which is kind of funny because I have a few different side hustles, but that's like the big one, because now that I'm not doing as much massage and I'm trying to focus more on my business, I'm trying to put more energy into my business, but I also need to also pay the bills. So, DoorDash, I've been doing that for almost 2 years now too. I can't believe it. That has gone by so fast. And I kind of thought that would be like my fun job for like a while. And it still is. Like I think it's fun if you like driving. And I've always been a big road trip person. I love being in my car and listening to music. And at first it was kind of like a fun little game. Like, I don't know if you're familiar with DoorDashing, if you're a DoorDasher, if you've done DoorDash, you know what I'm saying. Like, you get like, okay, you have to deliver this to so and so by this amount of time, and you have this, and it's just fun. You get in your car and you're your own boss. You can make your own schedule. So I guess these are the pros, right? It's fun. Making my own schedule, which is great because and like, unlike massage where it's like I make my own schedule with massage and with dance, but for some reason, if I'm not feeling well, if one of my kids needs me, if something comes up with massage and with like a dance class, I feel bad. I hate canceling. It's already scheduled. I don't, I just feel bad that I have to schedule. But with DoorDash, it's like, if I'm scheduling myself to work like at 4 o'clock, but something comes up at 3, I'm like, I'm not working tonight, So that's a good thing. I really love being able to have that flexibility to schedule around my life. And now I guess the biggest con with that is also you need to be motivated. So and then there has been times where I've totally justified like not wanting to make money or not wanting to work because there's something else I'd rather be doing. But then even if I need the money that day, I'll just be like, oh, I'd rather do this or I'd rather do that. But the flexibility of it is so great. Like, just as an example, on Sunday, I was working in the morning and it was pretty slow. Like, I had made some money, but I was like, you know what? I had done a first delivery from a restaurant that I had never been to. So this is another pro, is that I picked up from a restaurant. I was like, oh, this place is kind of cute. So I called my sweetie and I said, and he said, well, why don't we go have brunch there someday? And so I said, well, why not right now? Because it's been pretty slow and I can quit, So I quit, and then we went out and had some brunch, and we finished our brunch. It was very, very relaxing, really lovely. And then on my phone, I see, oh, DoorDash is busy right now. And he said, oh, do you want to start working again? So that's the kind of flexibility and freedom that I enjoy. It's like, okay, I still had brunch and still had, got to do something, but yeah, I can go back to work anytime I want. So, or whenever it's busy. So that's kind of the nice thing about DoorDash. The other con though is that there are a lot of slow times. So, and if you live in an area where you get an order, like I could DoorDash from home, like I could be sitting home working on my computer doing stuff and I could get an order. But most of the restaurants are a little far away. So what I tend to do is I'll bring like my books and like, I'll do stuff on my phone. And I'll just sit near like the local restaurant area, like the busy areas. And I'll wait to get some orders. The con is that, you can make very little money doing this, and you could just be sitting around for like a while you're waiting on orders. I don't really think of that as a con though, because I love to read. So I bring my books. That's my reading time. And I'm away from my kids and my partner. So I'm like, all right, this is a good time for me because it's quiet. I can read. And then if I get an order, I'll take it. And I also have my other jobs. Like if I have some stuff online that I want to do, then I will do that. And this brings me to my next gig, which is selling on eBay. So, as you can see, I don't make a whole lot, doing eBay. This really just started at first, it was just kind of a way to get rid of stuff. We have a lot of crap in our house. I like to buy stuff. I like to buy books. I like to go thrift store shopping. I love thrift store shopping. And I just like to buy stuff. But then I realized that after a while, I've either outgrown it, or sometimes I'll buy something like, did I really need this? So then I'll just end up reselling it. And once I started reselling on eBay, I realized it was kind of fun. And then I would actually intentionally go to thrift stores and start buying stuff looking to resell. I am not a good reseller. There's plenty of YouTubers on, like eBay YouTubers on here that you can probably find a video if you're interested in. I find that when I look for stuff at thrift stores, I will find something and then I'll end up selling it for like the same price, maybe like making a couple bucks on it, but I'm not a good flipper, I guess. So my best thing with eBay is selling stuff that I already own, because then if I sell stuff, then I'm excited because, I wanted to get rid of it anyway, and I would probably have just donated it eventually, but the fact that I can make a few bucks on it is kind of fun. And it's pretty easy. Like, you just have to find the time to take pictures and post it. And that's another thing that I do when I'm sitting around waiting for orders for DoorDash. Sometimes I'll just sit in my car and post stuff on eBay. So, yeah, I guess there's not really a whole lot of cons with that one. Like I said, it's a very minimal side gig. I think I would like to sell more, and maybe I should be watching more videos on how to purchase stuff and flip it better. But yeah, I don't know. I guess with all these other things, it's not on the top of my list. So okay, and then I guess that just brings me to my last thing, which is just my website. I also make and sell things on my website. Mostly essential oil blends. Like I said, I am a licensed aromatherapist, but I also just started just getting really into herbs and oils. And so I'll make like, little herbal and aromatherapy concoctions, and I'll post them on my website. And since I am, Chakra Goddess, that's the name of my business, is Chakra Goddess Dance and Healing Arts. Since I am the chakra goddess, I like to sell chakra related things. And I make jewelry sometimes, and I'll sell that. So yeah, those are just like little things. Again, those are just minimal money makers for me. It's not anything that's huge. I will say the top two things right now for me are massage and DoorDash, with my business coming in third. But I want my business to be first. That's the goal. So yeah, is it worth it? For me, yes. I mean, the pros about being your own boss is that you're your own boss. You don't have to answer to anyone. And even all my side gigs, like even DoorDash, that's, I'm not working for DoorDash. I'm working with DoorDash. They call it you're partnering with DoorDash, but DoorDash doesn't tell me when to work. They don't tell me how to do things. I mean, yes, I have to like live up to like certain standards. I can't be a sucky driver or I worked in customer service plenty in the past, so I'm actually a very good customer service worker. I know how to smile, and we do work off tips. So it's not like, there's no skills whatsoever for DoorDash, but, or no accountability, I should say, as well. But I'm still working for myself. I choose my own schedule, and I think that is the biggest thing for me is being flexible, having that flexibility, being able to make my own schedule. I also like doing all these different things. I sometimes I get really sad that I don't have just all this time to work on my own business. But I also like I've never been a 9 to 5 person, and I think if you are, that's great. But I like being able to work a little bit here, take some time to go do something, and then work again, or take certain days off. Like some days I'll work Monday through Friday, but mostly it's like I work weekends, or like I'll take one weekend day off, or I can work whenever I want, whenever suits me, whenever suits the clients or whatever classes that I want to teach. That's kind of what I just center my business around. But I like having like the flexibility, just like, okay, well, this week I don't really feel like doing very many massages. I don't have a lot of massages lined up, so I'm just gonna do more DoorDash, or I'm gonna, if I'm in a break between classes, then I have more time to do other things. So there was a pro or a con. I was thinking about these. I might have to come back to that. But yeah, so there's people that I think are better suited to have this kind of lifestyle. And like I said, some of these things, like obviously the freedom and the flexibility. But the con that is like really hard is that you need to be motivated. Like I said, it's really difficult sometimes where I just am not motivated to work, and there's like so many other things that are calling to me, like playtime, or just going out and being with my family. But if you want to make money and you want to pursue your passions, and you have that drive, then you need to be motivated. And it's not always my strong suit, even with teaching classes, which is my passion. There's days where I'm like, oh, I should get up and schedule a class. I should go look for a studio. I should go do this. I should go do that. But I just don't have it within me that day. So I just wait for the next day, or I try to like find something that day that will inspire me to do it. And the other pro about this is that I know there's some people that will be working a full-time job and actually have the stability, which is a pro for having your own job. So that's the con also for me, is that I don't make a consistent amount every month. And it's scary. There's some months I make a lot of money, and there's some months that I'm like, I don't know how I'm paying the bills. But the cool thing is with my stuff, especially with all the things that I do, is that there's always room to make more. And like I was going to say, people that are in a career, they have a set salary, and they'll work a set amount of hours, and they have a set salary. So they have a very secure job because they know that they have their benefits, they have their, their salary that they're guaranteed that they're going to make. I don't have that, but what I do have is, well, I really need to make this amount this month. Okay, what can I do to make it? I can do more massages this month. I can DoorDash a lot more this month. I can try to like teach a lot more, or I can come up with a new course to offer. I can go to the thrift store and really try to like make it work with eBay. It's like there's so many exciting possibilities, and that is really, I think that's probably the biggest pro for me, is that I just kind of feel more in charge of my destiny, if you want to say it like that. I don't know. Sounds kind of cheesy, but it's true. Like, I feel like there's all these unlimited possibilities for me to like make this money, and that I don't have a ceiling. Like, I don't have an income ceiling. I could make as much as I want if I chose to try to really go out there and do that. And there's always more gigs. Like I said, I started with just massage, and now I'm doing all these different things because, finding different ways to make money is exciting to me. And so I guess, yeah, overall, I would say it's worth it. And I think it's just something that you have to answer for yourself. And if anyone is wanting to work for themselves, you have to lay these pros and cons out. Like, you know, is it worth it to like kind of leave the security of having a regular job? Do you like to hustle? Because there is a lot of hustling involved with working for yourself. Do you really just want to like take the time to pursue what you love to do, or are you okay just showing up to work, you know? And some people like that. Like some people like having their work and their life separate, you know, like, you know, you go, you do your job, you come home, you don't have to think about work for the rest of the day. With me, I'm always thinking about work. Like that's the other thing, which could be a pro or a con. Like I feel like I'm always working in a way because I'm always thinking about what I need to do for the next thing. And, you know, because I don't have a set schedule, like I could be doing a massage first thing in the morning or like late at night, or I could be door dashing, you know, same thing. Like I'm always doing something. And if I'm not, I'm usually spending that time with my kids. So I have to really make time to put in self-care practices and make time for myself too, because that's very important. So anyway, I think I've run out of things to say finally on this matter. Let me know what you think. I don't know. I feel like I've covered most of what I wanted to share about working for myself and all my various gigs. But if there's anything else that you want to see, like I said, I want to put out a video soon about my becoming a dance instructor at the age of 40, because, you know, some people will say, oh, that's kind of late to start living your dreams, but I don't think so. And I don't regret it. So anyway, I hope you all have a lovely day, and thank you for watching.